Hi traders and welcome to the daily recap show for Friday the 28th of January session. So we said the FTSE continued to show strength and breaks above 75.87 to 97 opened up moves higher, but we said support came in at 21 to 31, but if we saw acceptance below there we could see a move down to support at 74.86 to 95 and then 74.50 to 58. So let's go and see how the market played out on Friday. Right, so as you can see, we opened up here, we got a really strong push down, and we got no reversal signals in that initial 75.21 to 31 zone. So therefore, we showed actually some weakness in the market. Although the market was overall bullish, we had actually then shown some weakness. So all the time we were below that 21 to 31 zone, we said that we opened up a move down to this 86 to 95 zone, and then further on down to the 74.50 to 58 zone. And as you can see, we just grinded our way down all the way there, just continually holding those moving averages. So you could have got in on some continuation patterns down here, or if you could get in, you've got some breakout retests of zones here, break below retest of this zone here. So a good few opportunities to get in on in that move down. We actually did move down even lower, down to this sort of 74.21 to 31 zone. We had actually a really nice reversal over here in the afternoon from that zone, but price chopped around that 50 to 58 zone that I expected to be support. Potentially, you've got a couple of reversal signals here that you could have got in on from that support zone. Certainly would have been able to make one-to-one risk to reward. Didn't quite make it to that zone above, so depending on how you manage that, that may have been, and what your target was, they could have been break-even trades, but certainly there's a good enough reaction there to make those sorts of trades risk-free. When we eventually did break up after the US, in the US session, we have held this 50 to 58 zone as support into the US session. So again, we'll see what happens over in the overnight session before Monday session, and we'll have a look to see what our bias is on Monday. But we saw the breakdown below there. We saw our support zones hit, and those support zones have held into the US session. So at the moment, the balls are still okay. But let's see what happens, as I say, before Monday's open, and we'll update you with the reports then. So now let's go and have a look at the DAX. So with the DAX, we said that 15,255 to 275 could act as support, but sustained breaks below 15,190 to 205 opened up further downside. We said resistance was in at 15,570 to 15,595, so let's go and see what happened with the DAX on Friday. Okay, so with the DAX, we also got quite a strong push off down on the open, and we held this 255 to 275 zone as support initially, but then we got a trade back to the zone of resistance above, and then we got a really strong push down. Initially, we used that 190 to 205 zone as 205 zone as support, and we got a really nice sell signal rejection off that 15 to 55 to 75 zone on the retest there. A nice continuation pattern. We then pushed through, and we got this break below the 15,190 to 205 zone. But notice how we get this sort of V-shaped recovery. So we get the push down into the zone of support below, and then immediately we get an equally strong push back above the zone. We then hold the moving averages there and then push higher, and then we've just oscillated and created a range between that sort of 205 zone, the top of that 205 zone, and the bottom of this 190 zone. So we created a range there, and now we've broken up back above that sort of 255 to 275 zone. So a bit like the FTSE, we got breaks below the areas in the market that we was expecting support, but we haven't seen the sustained breaks on the higher time frame. So we've now broken back above the support areas. And we'll have to assess the markets again on Monday morning. But a good few opportunities there from that initial support zone, and then a retest of that zone for the short. So a good few opportunities there on the DAX yesterday. So hope you found this useful, guys, and I will speak to you again on Monday. Have a good weekend.